Top of the morning to the kings and queens out there, gang. How y'all feeling, man? Carter Slaughter back in the building, man. And I'd like to welcome y'all back to Slaughter Gang. Hey, how many of y'all know how I feel to be misunderstood, gang? Like, how many of y'all literally know how I feel to be misunderstood? Definitely when you y'all know how you put your all out on the table. You know what I'm saying? To your road dog, your homie, whoever it may be, your partner, your guy, your sister, your brother, your spouse, your lover, whoever it is. You put your all down on the table, right? And yet you still get misunderstood, gang. Y'all know how that be, man? Look, like, I know some of y'all be misunderstood, man, because I ran into a few misunderstood people in my lifetime. Like, I ran into a few misunderstood people, gang, and it took me some time to really understand them. Like, I had to get that shit together. I had to, understand them and understand where they coming from. You feel me? I had to peep and I had to recognize where they coming from, and I had to understand them for who they is. And it took a while. It wasn't no overnight shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no overnight shit. You feel me? Like, understanding ain't never overnight. Misunderstood happens overnight because a motherfucker can misunderstand you so fast, not knowing where you coming from. You feel me? Not knowing what lane you in. They'll misunderstand you out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some of y'all go through that shit, like, in life. That's natural, my nigga. It's natural for a motherfucker to sometimes misunderstand you. Sometimes. Like I said, but at the end of the day, to get, a thin line between that misunderstanding and understanding, whatever point you're trying to get across, I think that's totally up to you to figure out how to get that point out. Most definitely is, gang. It's totally up to you to figure out how to get that point across. Because you could be saying something the wrong way. You probably, you know what I'm saying? What you saying probably ain't reaching a motherfucker the right way. It ain't hitting them right where it need to be. Or you probably ain't planting your words directly where they need to go. So, you know what I'm saying? That probably can be a reason that a motherfucker is misunderstanding you. You got to be able to, like they used to tell you when you go to a job, you know what I'm saying, and you do an interview, you got to be able to sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? You most definitely got to be able to sell yourself, gang. I mean, you got to give it your all. You just can't, you know what I'm saying, like, dish out anything out there and hope a motherfucker understand you and know what you mean. Not always. Not everybody gonna understand you, gang. You feel me? It don't work like that. At the end of the day, I feel like being misunderstood also can be a fucked up thing too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely if you in a tight spot, definitely if you in a tight situation, my nigga, and then you venting and you really want somebody to understand you and understand your point of where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? And then the motherfucker you confide in, they probably don't understand what you saying, or they don't get it quite. You know, that right there can throw you for a loop, gang. I know how I feel. I went through that shit in my lifetime before, but that right there can throw you for a loop. It can make you feel like, damn, like, you know what the fuck am I here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the use of me even trying to talk to a motherfucker and get some type of understanding somewhere? Because all the time, everybody ain't gonna understand you. It can be your boss. You can have a job. You can go to work, my nigga, and your boss will get mad at you one day for some shit that happened at the job, and you can tell your boss, yo, I've been going through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? On the outside of this job, my life is ups and downs, like I whooped in. You can be trying to explain to this man, you know what I'm saying? But he might not understand you. That man like, shit, listen, this is a job. This is what you signed up for. All that other shit that you come in to work with, you leave it outside your job. Now, that's what they used to tell us. Me, personally, I feel like that was honestly bogus, my nigga, because nigga, at least understand me. You feel me? Because if you don't understand me, my nigga, I ain't got to come to this motherfucker. You feel me? I hit it from the job. Fuck y'all. Because then, like, if you ain't getting understood, you might want to go to your job and flip out on them. A motherfucker might want to go to the job, shoot that motherfucker up. All because you feel like when nobody listening to you. It's people out here like that every day, man. It's people right next to you. It's somebody, you know what I'm saying, right down the road from you, right down the street from you, that all they want somebody to do is probably really understand them, gang. And there's too many motherfuckers out here right now that ain't understanding, man. Everybody, they misunderstand shit, take it the wrong way. It's led down the wrong road. The path is totally left and not right. The shit be crazy. So I can understand that. That's why they always said don't judge a book by its cover. Because at the end of the day, gang, you really want to not judge a book by its cover. Everything need understanding. Everything need time to understand it too. It's a seasonal thing, man. Like the Bible said, it's a time and place for everything. So it's like, man, you really gotta sometimes take some time with people, man. Get to know them for them. Understand them. Don't just, don't just brush them off. Don't just blow them off because you feel like they not shit, they never be shit, or what they saying don't, apply to you or apply to your life. It might not be what they saying, that they really necessarily looking forward to applying to your life. They might be looking forward to your advice. It might be your good word. You feel me? That can probably give them an understanding on life. So technically you ain't even really got to understand them. You probably can be helping them out with just a good word of advice. And it probably helped them understand something in their life that they never understood and always was going around asking for help for. You got to understand that, and you got to understand people. Sometimes people got to understand themselves, gang. Like, yeah, for real though, like a lot of us got to be understanding of ourselves, gang. We got to know who we is, and we got to understand ourselves, and we got to understand our decisions we make. We got to understand everything, gang. Being misunderstood or misunderstanding things I think is an idiotic way of thinking. It's ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's blind ignorance, because we don't know what we not understanding. We don't know what we misunderstanding, and we don't know if it possibly can be the brink of us being at the peak of our lives or at the lowest point of our lives. So we sort of got to understand and differentiate that. We got to level that out. You feel me? Like a Libra scale. You sort of got to level that out, and you got to understand that, man. And I think, like I said, I hate being misunderstood myself. Sometimes, like, a good idea can be misunderstood. A good wording can be misunderstood. Even sometimes your good advice can even be misunderstood. Me personally, like, coming up, man, growing up, I never really misunderstood people unless they was confusing. Now if they was riddling me, if they was talking in pattern and code, if they was talking ups and downs, then yeah, sometimes I might be a little bit lost. You feel me? Sometimes I might be a little bit out of character with the conversation because I don't know which way it's going and flowing. But at the end of the day, like, me personally, I'm an understanding person. I think as I grew up though, I think I ran out of patience. Yeah, most definitely. I think I ran out of patience with a lot of things, because in my life, man, everything wasn't always perfect. It never was perfect, and I know in everybody's lives, ain't nothing perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. So I don't use that as a reasoning, but I'm just saying, like, it was a hard bringing up. And with that being said, it sort of, chilled the patience in my mental for misunderstanding. I got low patience and low tolerance for misunderstanding. So that's why I always like to, if we having a conversation, my nigga, I always like to deeply talk about the conversation, go in detail, because I like to understand to a degree, not just I don't want to just hear about it. I like to understand to a degree, gang. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit, like I said, and I like to explore all levels of it. I don't want to leave no point misunderstood. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I like to sort of go in detail with shit. Definitely when we conversate and get deep with shit, and that's how you learn, motherfuckers, and that's how you understand who you fucking with, man. Because you just can't be running around here dealing with people and you ain't understanding shit that's going on. That's like you modulating in the streets, you selling drugs and dope, my nigga, and you don't understand no aspect of it. It's impossible. Ain't no way in hell you ain't gonna understand the aspect of it, gang. You most definitely gonna have to get it one way or another. You feel me? Like, quick. And if you're a quick learner, it make it easier to understand a person, no matter what aspect it's on, no matter what it's about, no matter what base or foundation it's coming from, gang. You feel me? But, to each his own. Like I said, everybody don't understand like you. You probably is one of them understanding people, you know what I'm saying? So that make you one of the awesome motherfuckers that make you one of the supers, because your brain is, understanding of a person mental, a person physical, and a person spiritual. At the end of the day, that's how I look at it. Now, we might not all look at it the same way, but like if you put two and two together, yeah, because everything it's a cause and effect thing, man. But yeah, man, like, just try to be more understanding, y'all out there, gang. Y'all be more understanding, man. You never know, man. You never know. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, man, hit that subscribe button for me. It don't hurt, man. All it takes is a little bit of little poke right there, and that motherfucker gonna clean. And if you have subscribed, hit that like and that share button. Hit that thumbs up for me, gang. Please do. Just a little knock, and that's it. Hey, until the next video, though, Carnage Slaughter is out.